Hello there everyone, welcome on into another LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga video. Today I'll be showing off some inconsistencies, errors, mistakes, and maybe just some small creative details in the LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga gameplay overview trailer. So this was a great trailer, but it is not without its mistakes. These don't break the game at all, but there are some things that they might want to fix before release, or they might have been just dumb errors that they made in the trailer. So for starters, Luke's hair color is the wrong color as it's supposed to be on Tatooine. It's supposed to be a light blonde, but it's a dark tan, which this isn't a huge deal. They did this in the Force Awakens game as well. I don't think anyone will care. I barely even noticed it, but it was pointed out to me that the Blue Milk minifigure, which is based off the game, has the light blonde hair, which matches the sets, which is an inconsistency. Another one, which is shown right now, is the C-3PO and R2 falling out of the escape pod is a Dreadnought Star Destroyer from the First Order and not an Imperial Star Destroyer, which seems very, very dumb on how they got that one wrong. But I'm hoping that's just a cutscene that you can just replay going through escape pods and different Star Destroyers, and hopefully it's not a huge detail. Another inconsistency is some characters, like Obi-Wan and Anakin, will have capes in certain scenes, and then other times they will not, but that's not the inconsistency. That's just trying to convey robes, which I don't really care for that. I was glad they did away with that within Force Awakens, but I'm fine with it, they're back. But some characters have something inconsistent with the robes. The robes are already an inconsistency, is that Obi-Wan appears to be the only character with printed robes in the game with just a trailer, which is weird because that minifigure doesn't exist. The episode 2 Obi-Wan with a printed robe. So that could be conveying a new set, like a Jango Fett Slave 1 with Obi-Wan R2. Not R2, R4, Jango, and that being a new Obi-Wan and probably a young Boba, but we don't know at this time. Another inconsistency is the outfits for Anakin and Obi-Wan are wrong in the picture in Obi-Wan's house. I'm going to show all these things up on the screen right now. I'm just saying that to remind myself in editing. Another small one would be Finn's lightsaber changing color, but that's just a gag and not really an inconsistency or mistake. It's also kind of easy to note that General Grievous is white instead of tan as he is in the films, which is just a marketing decision that happens way too often. I don't know why they keep making him white. He's only white in the 2003 Clone Wars, not in anything else. New Gunray is in his episode 3 appearance in episode 1. The galaxy map is all out of whack, but that's to be expected. Sorry, I need to take a quick break of talking because I've been talking too much. Another thing to note is the blaster of fire is on a cooldown system, which is not an inconsistency at all. That's just something I was noting because that's something I noticed right now. Finn says that's one heck of a pilot instead of, well, that's one hell of a pilot, and that is clearly not John Boyega voicing him in this. And they just did that for censorship, but I kind of feel like they could have left it in since they did it in The Force Awakens. Some clone helmets seem to be the updated 2020 version, and some are the 2014 one. Phase 2 Cody has the 2014 helmet, which is based off of the older seasons of Clone Wars, and the new ones based off the newer ones. I don't really understand why that's even a thing. That really should be a mistake that they have well worked past by now. But who knows? It's just weird to me. So Bulba's Crash Pod Racer is in the background in episode 4, which does make sense timeline-wise. So there's no issues there. Here is the next inconsistency. I was waiting for this one. A Stormtrooper pronounces Han Solo's name wrong right now, but he says Han instead of Han Solo. But it's technically correct, but it seems weird to have in a LEGO game where people know what they're talking about, having people saying the name incorrect because Han pronounces his name Han. And technically you can say Han, it's just a weird inconsistency. That was kind of happened with the Ninjago games. They called Naya a little bit, which is technically it can be pronounced that way, but that's not how the character pronounces their own name. So why would you do that? Another one is the First Order Flametrooper does not have its specialized mask and has just a normal Flametrooper mask with a pauldron instead of anything special, which is also super weird, which is also not game breaking. But why would you have that in the game? Like, is it too hard to actually put the correct Stormtrooper in there? I really don't think it is. Another thing to note is none of the characters are reflective or pearlescent in this, as they are in some things. R2-D2's head is completely gray. C-3PO is back to a yellowish color and not a gold, but it's kind of pearl gold, but he was very shiny gold in The Force Awakens. And like I said, R2-D2's dome is completely gray now instead of silver as it was in The Force Awakens, which I don't really understand why they do that. The new minifigures are pearlescent a little bit. I don't know if I'm using that correctly. I'm just using the Bricks term. Kylo Ren has a full cape in The Force Awakens, which is not accurate. He is supposed to have a ripped up cape in The Force Awakens movie. Once again, I don't think this is a huge deal, but this is something they could have gotten right. But like I said, it's not a huge deal. And those are all the things I could come up with that were done wrong in the trailer.
No, there is another.
I made a mistake. I forgot the sole reason I made this video. A clone trooper on Mustafar when Rose is shooting at the mouse droid has orange arms, and this is not a 332nd trooper, so there's no reason for it to be orange at all. People are saying this might be a customized character, but who would just change their clone's arms orange and call it a day? This is just a little bit of a bug or a glitch or something. And this does happen a lot. Sometimes NPCs will be messed up a little bit. I remember in LEGO DC Supervillains, someone's torso was not the correct torso once, but if you boot up the game, it changed back to what it should be. That's just a small thing worth noting. I hope they fix that by the time of the actual game, because the arm should either be blue or white, depending on which version they're going for. And I can't believe I made a mistake in my video about mistakes. So hopefully I didn't make any more mistakes in this, and I don't have to do no, there is another again. But what do you guys think? Did you guys see anything that I missed? If so, put it in the comments below.
Goodbye, old friend. May the Force be with you.